The story I'm sharing with you guys here is The Adventures of Prince Arthur II. I actually made it. It started off as a third grade story project, and then it went to a word, and then to a print, and then was printed, and then it was decorated like this. So let's get started. It's by me, Alexander Rosman. Long ago, in the kingdom of Camelot, King Arthur I had saved the kingdom, and he got married and had a son, Prince Arthur II. Prince Arthur was very kind-hearted and compassionate, but he had a weakness. He was scared of evil dragons. And even worse, an evil dragon was invading the kingdom and turning good guys into bad guys. 12 years later, he was already training for war, but he was still scared. One day while in training, he asked, "General, why did you choose me to go to war?" "Because I recruited you to fight," answered the general. Just then, the king came over very worried. "Father, what's the matter?" asked Arthur. "I saw the dragon, and he's ready to fight. This is your mission, son. Off we go. But before you go, I have a friend that can help you. His name is the magician Merlin," said King Arthur. "Okay, father, I'll go meet with him," replied the prince. The forest where Merlin the magician lived was a beautiful place, thought the prince. Suddenly he saw something that caught his attention. He wondered what it was. Someone started answering all his questions. "That's Excalibur, but now a statue holds it because it was destroyed," said a very old man that came out of nowhere. "And now the one who wonders about the ancient legend is the son of the one that once held that sword," said the old man. "What do you mean?" replied the prince. "You are King Arthur's son," said the old man. "Your father has talked to me all about you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Merlin, and I'll help you become brave," he replied. "May I help you?" asked the prince. "With what?" said Merlin. "You know, with anything," replied the prince. "Oh, yes, I have plenty of things to do in my cottage," said the wizard. "So let's go," he said happily, and off they went. Meanwhile, at the castle, King Arthur and Queen Guinevere were sending hundreds of soldiers to battle against the dragon and his army. One of the soldiers, Sir Lancelot, was a very good fighter and was going to battle as well. You may know because of the story, Lancelot, Percival, During the battles, the soldiers defeated all the bad guys except the dragon. Just then, the evil dragon with his fire fury wiped out all the soldiers except Sir Lancelot, who escaped at the last second. Realizing this, King Arthur I and Queen Guinevere were rushing with their royal stallions to the dragon's lair called Mount Fury. As soon as they arrived, the dragon was ready to fight with his fire fury, and he was so powerful that they had to retreat. Arthur went down the stairs, and as he saw Merlin cleaning Excalibur, he asked, "What's the story of that sword?" "Well," Merlin answered, "it was forged long ago by the ancient people that once inhabited the kingdom of Camelot. And your father was the first one to wield it," he added. "He defeated a lot of monsters with it. Your father was so brave, strong, and powerful that he even crushed a leader," said Merlin. "But what happened to the sword?" asked Arthur. "Well, it was destroyed during battle," Merlin went on. "Later, they took the sword to the forest." "Would you like to give it a try?" asked Merlin. "Okay," answered Arthur. And so he tried it. But something really peculiar happened. The sword began to shine. As Arthur was feeling something different happening to him. The sword gave him bravery. He then went running out of the cottage as he waved goodbye to Merlin from the distance. Wait, see? Okay. Arthur later arrived to Winchester Castle to see his father. "Hello, father," said Arthur. "I am back." "Well, hello, son," said his father. "Did you meet Merlin the magician?" "Yes, I did," answered the prince. "And I want to fight against the dragon. I am ready." "So be it," said the king. "You were made for this, son." After this, Arthur went to get ready. He went to the armory and got a shield, a bow, some arrows, and armor. When he was ready, he went to see his father. "Dad, I found Excalibur," said Arthur. "I already knew that," said the king. "How?" replied Arthur. "Because I have a diamond that lets me talk to Merlin." Said the king. Arthur nodded in surprise. Then Arthur went to talk to General Wilfred and Sir Lancelot. They gave him encouraging words, and he left. Before he knew it, he arrived to Mount Fury, and there he saw it, the dragon. "Ah, who dares to fight me?" said the dragon. "I dare. I am Prince Arthur II, son of the king," replied Arthur. "You will just die," roared the dragon. At that instant, the dragon started breathing fire, but Arthur did something better. He deflected it with his shield, threw arrows, and stabbed them with Excalibur. He then ran out of Mount Fury, cheering his victory and saying, "I made it! I defeated the dragon." He was received with cheers at the kingdom, and the next day they had a big party to celebrate this victory. Sometime later, Prince Arthur II became King Arthur II, king. He was ready to start a family, so he got married with a young woman named Margaret, who became Queen Margaret I. They had a big wedding party with all their friends, even Merlin, and they all cheered for them. A year later, his wife Margaret gave birth to Prince Arthur III. The end. And now, let's get ready for some fun facts! Woo! Fun facts. Arthur was 9 years old at the beginning of the story, 21 in the middle, and 22 at the end. An extra fun fact, the General Wilfred is the same general of the beginning. About the author, Alessandro was born on January 2nd, 2010 in Chandler, Arizona. He is a U.S. citizen as well as Costa Rican. He has showed great interest in books and reading since a young age. This has contributed on his great vocabulary and imagination to produce this short story. He enjoys reading and learning about the history of the world. He loves epic stories and biographies. Alessandro also practices taekwondo and enjoys playing video games in his free time. Thank you for your attention, and I hope to see you later. Bye!